Today we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff. I've got some collections, some buy list stuff here, but first we're changing our buy list, and this will be limited time, at least through the end of October. But on all Pokemon games, from original Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and Nintendo 64, we're paying 100% of price charting value. If you send them to us in excellent condition, authentic, we are paying 100% of price charting. They're our most wanted games right now. So that's happening, and we're also extending our top 6 Wii games through the end of October, which includes Wii Sports, Wii Sports Resort, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, New Super Mario Bros. Wii, and Mario Kart. All of those paying at least 100% of price charting. So please continue sending those to us, or if you haven't sent to us yet, text the number down below to get our buy list and send as much as you can to us. If it makes sense for your business, we would appreciate that. Okay, first one is a collection buy from Devin.
Yes.
And coincidentally, there's a lot of Pokemons in here.
Yeah.
So we are taking buy list submissions, but also buying collections like crazy. Alpal just met for this one yesterday. Big old collection, paid $6,000 for that one, and then we're in the works with another guy who we might be buying a considerable collection from. We're always trying to buy collections, but also buy list items. But here we have, dang, Explorers of Skies in there, Pokemon White as well, and then Mystery Dungeon Rescue Team DX. We've got
a bunch of cartridges.
Love that. Fire Red, it looks like 2 rubies in there.
I think there's more Fire Reds in there.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. Let's see. Got Fire Red and Sapphire.
Okay.
Now, key for these is making sure they're authentic, which if you ever don't know or are confused, check out our Pokemon Authenticity Guide at CATRPcrew.com.
Best one out there.
It is free, and it is. It'll tell you everything you need to know. Yeah, the competition is slim. These rubies are looking good.
Both good. Long
Story short, we're 4 for 4 on authenticity, now 5 for 5.
Oh, look at this.
Is this all Pokemon?
Yeah.
Shout out to Devin. Let's go.
Packaged fantastic as well.
Yeah, well
Thank
done.
you, Devin.
Let's see. These are going to be for Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Original. So all of these are ones that we would be paying 100% of price charting on. Same with all those Game Boy Advance ones. Mm-hmm. All of those. Every single one.
Yeah.
And taking a little bit of a risk here.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll let you guys know in a month.
If that makes sense for you guys' business, we'd love to partner with you. And then also check out everything else that's on the buy list, which there's hundreds of games. There's consoles. We just added the NES RF adapters, paying $4 for those, which a lot of times those are kind of hard to get rid of otherwise.
We've added a few other,
for us historically.
Yeah, we've added a few other random accessories and various things. The list is always being updated.
The 360 wireless adapters comes to mind, but all right, Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Time, really clean cartridge. Pokemon Black, clean all around so far. Pokemon Black 2, loving it. Platinum, oh, not clean. Everything else has been clean, so expected to find at least one. And then that as another Platinum, and that one was clean.
Yeah, double check in the bottom of this. I feel like that's everything now.
Definitely got to make sure we got everything when we're talking Pokemon.
So I know for sure we're paying over $1,000 for it. It's between like $1,100 and $1,300 or something like that. So
there you go. Well, thank you, Devin, for that collection. We really appreciate it. Let's. Here's what I'll do. We got I'll do the next 3 buy list submissions. We'll get them stacked up, and we'll show what we got. And here we are. This is 3 submissions, one from Marissa right here, and threw in some Lions cards. That's what I'm talking about.
Amon-Ra, baby.
Amon-Ra.
2 of them.
Recently, a few games ago, receiving touchdown and
Jared Leto.
Passing touchdown. Jared Leto Goff, the Detroit man, the QB, the leader. Some Minecrafts, we get that one quite a bit. Mario 2, same thing, we get a lot. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Nintendo Land. That was like $60-something right there. And then this one, $300-something. 3 Wii Sports in there, Mega Man 3. You got some Wii Plays, Mario Galaxy, Guitar Hero 3. We get that one a lot for the PS2. World at War, Halos. Halos are kind of new.
Yes, we did add Halos, so I'm glad to see that we've been getting those.
Yeah, so check out our Halo buy prices on the list. This one, $313 going to Dan from Dan's Toy Box in Canada. So thank you, Dan. He's on Whatnot, has been in our Whatnots quite a bit. Really, really nice consistently. So Mario Galaxy, looks like pretty much all top sixers.
Yep. Plus
And
DK
then
Country.
Donkey Kong Country Returns, which we're also paying well on.
Then this is from Aaron, who just has an endless supply of these things.
NCAA Basketball 10 for 360 and PS3. It's the last NCAA basketball on the console, and still has pretty darn good value. So yeah, he sent a bunch of those. That's these 3 submissions. Almost $1,000 in payouts right there. How much was this one? All these basketballs. Oh, $480. So over $1,000 in payouts right there.
Jeez.
It adds up quick. 3 more submissions, and
MVP. Eric.
gotta shout him out. Eric sending. This is one of 2 boxes for this week.
Man.
$1,051 order right here. You can see a lot of Mario 2s. This is a good example of stuff that we're paying well on right here. Like the Smash Bros. Melee's in there, some Call of Duties, Mario Kart Wii's, a whole stack of those. Guitar World Tour, Mario Party 8, Mario Strikers, Wii Play Motion, Sonic Colors.
Just classics.
It's just classic, good stuff that Eric consistently sends. So Eric, thank you. We appreciate it. You've definitely been sending stuff like crazy, and we look forward to the long-term partnership. This is from Kevin. So Kevin sent a lot of Guitar Hero 3s on PS2. Like I mentioned, we get a lot of those. The Last of Us, Pokemon X, Star Wars Battlefront 2, some Smackdowns. We buy a lot of those.
Real quick, I
Yeah.
just wanted to mention a lot of people have actually been using the XYAB cases. In case you don't know, channel sponsor, XYAB.
That is true. So yes, their cases are pretty darn cheap. Good prices on those. So if you get approved with a partnership with them, if you're a business selling video games online or in a store, they want 400 lifetime sales or a store location to partner with you. So apply if that's you and use our link to get that credit, and that will also help us out. We would appreciate that. We're always talking about them because we love them, and we use their products every day. Many of their cases we use. So if you use their cases for even a submission, like a replacement Wii case, that's good to go. No case deductions will apply if the case has dings or like heavy scratches or anything. This is a $362 order to Wesley, which is kind of funny because not very much going on here other than crystal. That's a big one. Silver, gold, yellow, red, and yeah, those are the good ones that we're looking for right now.
Okay, so we've been unboxing for a second. We're deep in Q4.
Mm-hmm.
How much should you be buying and selling during this time? Where should your time go?
So much.
The loaded question. But it's one we get a lot.
It is one we get a lot. I just think there needs to be an obsession with efficiency of your time, as far as like most of your time should be going to selling and getting stuff listed, because if it's not listed, it's not doing you any good. And just about anything that's listed at market price with any level of demand will be selling at Q4. So that's by far the most important thing you can do with your time. So if you can do like a 35 hours listing and 5 hours buying strategy, that would be fantastic. Percentage-wise, whatever amount of time you have, do the percentage. So like collection buying, like if you're going to a store, like make it count. Maybe go out one day a week and try to get a bunch of stuff. Things like that. Just try to not use a bunch of your time buying and use more of it selling. At least that's what I'm trying to do. For my business, trying to like stay from I don't want to go out too much. I want to like really buy big collections and buy list stuff.
What
like
percentage of our time would you say is buying? Like buy list takes up almost like a full day to do.
To fully process it, yeah. So it's kind of like selling and buying at the same time.
Yeah.
Because as we process it, we're getting it ready for the disc cleaners and stuff.
So maybe like a generous 10% of our time might go to buying currently.
Yeah, something like that. And it used to be a good bit more, and I think it's necessary for it to be more at many stages of the business. But if you can kind of stockpile and get a few of those key big buys through making connections and working your way up to level 3 of sourcing, where you're buying collections from local people in your area, then that's where like your time can really be maximized. Like when we bought out the Game Barn, which is local to here, it was 50,000 games, more like 70,000.
We didn't have to buy for months.
And like 2,000 systems, and we have processed maybe a quarter of the systems.
Yeah, we still have those. It's been over 2 years.
Yes. So like we could have only processed that stuff probably for 2 years with a full team. So just buys like that are what can make the difference for your business. It takes the grind. It takes working your way up, making the right connections, and honestly being blessed and fortunate as well can be a huge factor, which it was for us. So very thankful for buys like that. Hobby Shop Ron, Minty to White, tons of other people that have sold collections and other things. Thank you to everybody that's done that. shout out to these 3 buy list submissions. We're going to get the next 3 or 4 unboxed after we process through these a little bit. Okay, 5 more submissions from Quinn Dillon, the CT picker.
Yeah.
Friend and Whatnot seller and Discord member. Matt, Edmund, and Mark, thank you for these submissions. Sky Guy?
Yes, I had a question for you. So if you were in Q4 and you're just starting your hustle, where would you start? Would you start on selling things that you already have? Would you focus on buying, selling? How far could you roll?
That's a good question. I think back to, things that I would have done early on in the business. And one was I had a big sports card collection. So going through that and looking at things that I was willing to part with, maybe things that were inflated at Christmas time so I could put it into other things that I wanted to collect. That was the sole purpose of selling things from age 8 to like 18 for me. But then beyond that, maybe if you're a little more established, like you have a business, but you're early or you're part-time, or it's a side hustle, like I would say like trying to go out there and hustle maybe some Black Friday deals, things that are happening at local retailers, local game shops. Stick with things that are maybe tougher to replicate. So like retro game deals versus the Switch game that's marked down from 60 to 40 that everybody else can get at Walmart. Those things are probably price going to drive down. You might not make any money. There's some risk there.
If there's like a local pawn shop chain, they could have the
100%.
whole thing where
Cash
it's like
America's?
like $2 every game or something like that.
Yes, they have flat price games and they do some pretty massive Black Friday sales. It's a chain pawn shop that actually, like the ones in Indiana, are really quite good. I haven't been in years. And I kind of want to because I enjoy that hustle. But yeah, just finding your connections and like eBay.
Yeah.
Consistent listing, daily activity, huge.
I actually just had one come to mind, and I swear it's not just to plug the buy list. Find buy list stuff for cheap and
Honestly,
make money off of us.
I think some people here are doing that.
Yeah.
So shout out to them, making it happen, getting creative. But like, hey,
find yourself some Mario 1, 2, and 3s for $3 or $4 and make 40.
Right, like I think we pay $6 on this one.
Yeah, and it's regularly at game stores for that or less.
Yeah, a lot of game stores put it at $4. So
there you go.
50% margin. That's pretty good. Yeah, definitely a good recommendation. I think we have another collection to come and a few other submissions. So we'll get these processed through and then we'll check out what remains right here. Okay, we got a ton of stuff in these last few packages, including this one from Ed. Some nice PS1 games, SNES games. This is from Bon, who
Bon Jovi?
Everything here, yes. Bon Jovi, the one and only. The stacks in the back, the cartridges in the front.
Everything.
Yeah, it's like $700 and something, $709 we're sending. Eric, just right here in these 2 stacks, $1,300. So,
oh my goodness.
On the week, Eric is coming in at about $2,400, and he's about a $2,000 a week submitter right now.
Yeah.
So shout out again to Eric. We appreciate you. Then we have Ryan right here. Sent some nice mix, some Wiimotes, some cartridges.
Some more top sixers.
This guy spoke with Sky Guy.
Yes. So he was asking, hey, I know that you're ending the top 6 deal soon. Will you honor it? And I said, I think we may extend it. So send them away, and if not, we'll honor it. This is a collection that Alpal knows a little bit more about, but nothing too crazy. A couple buy list things. We got some PS1. So that's cool.
There's some okay stuff, some lower end stuff as well. And then this is $91 to Xavier. So you can send submissions that are just, $50 here, $90 there. And yeah, a lot of submissions to process.
Yeah, we got those too as well, but my goodness, this is a lot of stuff. So I have one more question for you. So when you have a high quantity of items, kind of like this, how do you keep the, track mentally of where to start? Because this is how death piles begin. You get in a bunch of stuff, and then maybe you start messing around with all of these, where really you should be messing around with the Wii Sports. Or
I think this, before doing this, it's important to have your systems and processes in place. Because
like, what are ours?
Yeah, so over here, is the Amazon section. And once they make it to these 3 shelves, they're cleaned and ready to go, ready to be listed on Amazon. So discs have been checked or resurfaced, and then cases have been swapped if needed. And then we organize by console so that everything makes it to the same area, and then by title for titles that we have multiples of. And then they get listed from there.
What about like our unprocessed area? Do we organize that, or should we organize that more?
That's a good question. Because right now, unprocessed is pretty darn unorganized. When we get buy list stuff, we keep it all together because there's a lot of duplicates. But we do have the unprocessed area that's just kind of...
So it's kind of an order based on like, looks like we have PS3,
somewhat by console.
PS4, like you have Wii, Xbox back there.
But really, like when it makes it to the disc cleaner, I'm okay with it being fairly unorganized. But after the discs are cleaned and the cases are swapped, that's when I want to organize it more. I think it's okay to have media unprocessed all kind of together. Like if you have to check the discs and make sure everything's good.
Like in bins even?
Maybe. I mean, ideally in shelves, but like bins if that's what you have. But yeah, like for our process, when it is sell ready, that's the point when you really want it to be organized fully. So that's where we're at right now with ours. Maybe I'm missing something there. I don't know. That seems to be working for us right now. It could be improved down the line.
Yeah, here's the other thing. This used to be the what not buy it now area because it was more efficient for us to grab shipping here. But now overall, man, how the turntables.
Man, how the turntables. Yes, this is an essential part of the operation right now, especially with sending off 1,000 items a week to Amazon. Got to have a lot of cases swapped, a lot of games checked. Shout out to Nolan for swapping a couple thousand cases the last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Remember, Game Boy Original, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and N64 Pokemon games paying 100% of price charting. We've lost our minds. And also the top 6 Wii games remain through the end of October at least. So send them to us right now while you can, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bart'll do.